students. Right. I will, first let's go through the theory, and then I will do a little presentation.
Thank you. How did you make it go today?
So, let's just quickly go through this, all right? So, teaching new work. New work is basically, well, you notice in the book that you have words, and under them you have some sort of definition, some sort of explanation, but that's just part of it. And one thing also to remember is that you don't have to stick to that explanation if you find a better one. And actually, the best explanation is no explanation at all. We'll get there. So, for each word, read the questions that follow it in order to determine the specific meanings you need to teach, because many English words have several meanings, and make sure you only teach these meanings. Well, that means prepare well, know what you're teaching. If you're teaching push and pull, you'll be doing those push and pull. You're not teaching about gravitational pull or whatever, yeah? Then consider the procedure outlined below carefully to decide exactly what you will do in the classroom. Make sure you work out almost word for word what you are going to say in your explanation and work out specific examples. Do not make the mistake of thinking that I'll explain it and give them an example as I go is adequate preparation. You will come unstuck in the lesson. In a new work lesson, you do the remaining pages of revision up to new work page and then start new work. What that sentence means, I'll explain tomorrow. Right, so the first thing that you do is you get the class to repeat. You do so by saying the word repeat. Repeat is a word that they have learned on the first lesson. Basically, when they start learning, they know that repeat means repeat, and then they just repeat what you say. Get the whole class to repeat once or twice if dodgy, if you hear that something's not clear, and of course correct obvious mispronunciations. And then there are 3 ways to go about this. That's why you have 3 number 2s. One, and the best one, is explain without words. If you can do it, mime it, touch it, or point to it, do so. It is the best way to get the meaning across. And it's best to do this while the students are repeating the word so that they know the meaning already when they're saying it for the first time. For example, if that word is glasses, you'll just do, if you wear glasses, you'll just do this. Glasses. That's clear right away. You don't need to explain anything. You just point to it. Or to do it, for example, repeat, jump. You jump and it's clear right away what that is. You don't need to explain anything. Of course, it's not possible with every single word in the book. You can't point, mime, or do everything that is in the book. So, another way to do this is give brands or examples. Instead of giving a long and complex explanation of the word, name some recognizable brands. For example, if you're teaching mineral water, you'll give brands Vichy, Mangeli, or Vytautas. They are mineral water, yeah, like that. Of course, actually, I don't know if we have mineral water in any of the books, but that's just an example. Or, for example, if you're explaining body part, and you say an arm is a body part, a leg is a body part, a nose is a body part, like that. And if also there is no way to do it with brands or examples, then you give a definition. Now, the definition must be simple. A simple definition like you would give to an English child. Try not to use words the class hasn't learned yet. That's also, I guess, the more you work with the books, the more you know what vocabulary they have and what vocabulary they don't. And don't forget that you can use synonyms or opposites. For example, if you're teaching large, you can say large is the same as big. Yeah? And parallel sentences, meaning in the mornings I get up, in the evenings I go to bed. Yeah? All right, then the next part of this is that if you know, tell class what kind of a word it is, adjective, verb, noun, or whatever. And collocations, these are words that are always or often found with the word you are teaching. For example, if if you teach consist, then you give examples with something consists of something. Because if they just know consist, they might not know that consist goes together with of. Yeah? Or listen to, or succeed in, that kind of thing. And lastly, you give example sentences. Make these simple and clear, highlighting the meaning of the word. And the best part is, you don't even have to really think about it so hard. You just use the material in the questions. For example, if you are teaching the word push or pull, you just do this, I'm pulling the table. Yeah, because that's also one of the first things that they will hear in the question and answer section, right? Yeah, and then you basically start doing it, okay? I'm going to show a little presentation, and I'll do it in words that you do not know. You think there are words you don't know? You are welcome. I'm going to write them down there, so you also see what they look like, all right? Anybody know these words?
Are they place names?
Sorry?
Are they like place names?
Place names?
Like country names
Oh,
or?
no. They're actual names. They're
They're
actual
in
words.
different language,
Yeah, some of them are.
The first one is tas is the same Latin one.
No.
Okay.
Alright, repeat. Tas.
Tas.
Ngabawa.
Gabawa.
Not Gabawa, Ngabawa.
Gabawa.
Pinuch.
Pino.
Kosong.
Kosong.
Okay, this is a tas. Yeah, this is a tas. We use tasses to gabawa things if we can't gabawa them with our hands, alright? I usually come home from the market with pinu tasses, okay? Shops like Rimi or Maxima, they are pinu of people on Saturdays and Sundays, alright? This room is pinu of people, yes? The other room, that is kosong. There are no people there, there's nobody there, right? Streets in small towns are usually kosong at night. There are no cars, no people, nothing. They're kosong, alright? Do you have a tas? Do you have a tas? Yes, no?
Yes.
I
I
have
have
a tas. Does she have a tas? Does she have a tas?
Yes.
She has a tas. Do you always ngabawa a tas with you? Do you always ngabawa a tas with you? Yes, no?
Yes.
I always. No, also I always ngabawa a tas with me. Alright, when you go home, do you throw your tas on the floor? When you go home, do you throw your tas on the floor? Yes, no?
No, I don't.
When I go home,
When I go home, I
don't
don't
throw
throw my
tas
tas
on the floor. Is it a good idea to ngabawa a lot of money with you? Is it a good idea to ngabawa a lot of money with you? Yes, no?
No,
It
it
isn't
isn't
a good
a
idea.
good idea
To ngabawa
to gabawa
a lot of money
a
with
lot
you.
of money with it.
Right? Is your tas usually pinuch? Is your tas usually pinuch? Yes, no?
No.
My
My
tas
tas.
isn't usually
Usually.
pinuch, but it's
But it's
kosong.
kosong.
Alright. Is this room kosong? Is this room kosong? Sam?
No,
This room isn't kosong. Isn't kosong?
Isn't kosong.
But it's...
But it's Filipino.
Alright. Is your head pinuch of ideas? Is your head pinuch of ideas?
Yes.
My head is pinuch of ideas. Do you go to the store with your own tas? Do you go to the store with your own tas? Yes, no?
Yes.
I go to the store with my own tas. Okay. Right, so what is tas?
So,
Bag.
Can I ask, are these made up names?
Well, not exactly. So what is tas?
a bag.
Alright, what's ngabawa?
Carry.
Alright, what is pinuch?
Full.
And what's kasong?
Everything.
And, oh yeah, that's it. Great, okay.
Which
That's-
language is it?
It's a combination of languages. It's different languages. Alright, let's do another couple.
So it's like from Narnia or things like that?
Sorry?
Narnia and Hobbit also uses made up languages.
No, they're not made up. They are from real languages, but they're not all from the same language.
So you can show me what you can teach us. What is the
Gazawa.
Could be.
Could be.
Just like it.
Okay. Repeat. Repeat. Guga.
Google.
Bobo.
Bobo.
Aval.
Aval.
Telat.
Telat.
Okay. In the morning, I guga from my bed. Okay. In the evening, I bobo to bed. All right. I guga aval on Mondays at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. very aval for me. Okay. But I guga telat on Sundays at 11. Yes, 11 is not aval. 11 is telat. All right. Do you guga aval? Do you guga aval? Yes, no? Yes? No?
Yes.
I guga. I guga. I guga.
I Google.
Aval.
Aval.
Okay. What time do you guga? What time do you guga? I guga
I do gonna
at
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Do you think that's aval or telat? Do you think that's aval or telat? I think that's
about.
aval. All right. What time do you guga on Sundays? What time do you guga on Sundays? I guga
I Google
at
at
10, 11,
8.
6,
8
8 on
on
Sundays.
Sunday.
Okay, is that aval or telat? Is that aval or telat? What do you think?
Wow.
I think that's
I think that's about.
aval. Okay, aval for a Sunday. All right. Do you bobo telat on Friday nights? Do you bobo telat on Friday nights? Yes, no?
Yes.
I bobo
I
telat
Google
on Friday nights. All right. Do you bobo aval when you have to work the next morning? Do you bobo aval when you have to work the next morning? Yes, no?
Yes.
I
I
bobo
Google
aval when I have to work.
when I have to work
The next-
morning.
not next, the next
The next morning.
All right. Do you like googing really aval? Do you like googing really aval, Sam?
Yes,
I like googing really aval. Okay. What's googa?
Wake up.
Yeah, okay.
Rise.
Oh yeah. Wake up, get up. All right. What's bobo?
Go to
Go to
sleep.
What's aval?
Early.
And telat?
Late.
Super easy. All right, let's see a couple more. Wait a second. Yeah, all right. So repeat. Orok,
Orok.
Lenka,
Lenka.
Uyabula.
Uyabula.
All right. An orok is a very young child. Oh, little orok, yeah? All right. Okay, this is a lenka. I'm taking a lenka. So when I go to the door, I take 1, 2, 3 lenkas. Okay? I don't like winters very much, but I love summers. In the summers, I am uyabula. I'm uyabula in the summers. Okay? Parents are uyabula when they see their little orok takes its first lenkas. Okay. Do you have an orok? Do you have an orok?
No.
Yes, no? I don't
I
have
don't have
an orok. Would you like to have an orok? Would you like to have an orok? Yes, no?
Yes.
I would like to have an orok. Do small oroks have many needs? Do small oroks have many needs?
Yes.
Small oroks have many needs. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You are taking
You're taking
a lenka. All right. How many lenkas do I have to take to be by the window? How many lenkas do I have to take to be by the window? You have to take
You have to take 3 lenkas to go
to be by
to be by
the
the
window. All right. Our parents uyabula when their orok takes its first lenkas. Our parents uyabula when their orok takes its first lenkas. Yes.
Yes.
Parents are
are
uyabula
Uyabula
when their orok
when they were
takes its first
first
lenkas.
lenka.
All right. Are you uyabula? Are you uyabula? Yes. No.
Yes,
I am uyabula. All right. Are you uyabula in the morning than in the evening? Are you uyabula in the morning than in the evening? Yes. No.
No.
I'm not
I'm not
uyabula
regular.
in the morning than in the.
evening.
But I'm uyabula
But I'm regular
in the evening.
in the evening.
All right. Who do you think is the uyabulest person in the world? Who do you think is the uyabulest person in the world? I think
Uyabulest person in the world is you.
me, of course. All right. So, what's Orok?
Baby.
Maybe.
What's Lenka?
Sad.
And Uyabula?
Happy.
Happy. Great. Last one. Repeat. Tepi.
Baby.
Bentan.
Bentan.
Okay. I'm trying to tepi the light. Can't tepi the light, but I can tepi my shoes. I can tepi my feet, right? We can see bentangs up in the sky at night, right? I can't tepi the bentangs because they are too far, right? We also call people bentangs. Leonardo DiCaprio is a movie bentang, and Elvis Presley was a rock bentang, all right? Can you tepi the light? Can you tepi the light?
No,
I can tepi the light. Can she tepi the door from where she's sitting? Can she tepi the door from where she's sitting? No, she can tepi the door from where she's sitting. All right. Can you tepi your feet? Can you tepi your feet?
Yes, I can tepi my feet.
All right. How can I tepi the window? How can I tepi the window? So you can tepi. You can tepi the window if you take. If you take.
If you take 5 blankets.
All right. All right. Can people tepi the bentangs? Can people tepi the bentangs?
No,
People can tepi the bentangs. Can you see bentangs during the day? Can you see bentangs during the day?
No,
I can't see
I can't see the banks
during the day. Would you like to become a movie bentang? Would you like to become a movie bentang?
Yes,
I would like to become a movie bentang. All right. So what is what? What's tepi?
Reach.
Rich and bentangs.
Stars.
Okay. And where did you figure that out from?
From
Your
you
first
explain.
sentence.
It's obvious, yeah, sentences. I thought you were very good at this
Mine.
game. There is a game like where you have to guess
Charades.
words. And
Charades?
no, alias. Alias.
No, alias is with explaining, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but you do the same. You explain the word without having the word.
Right, so it's a little bit of alias, it's a little bit of charades because you're acting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you like games, then this job is for you. That's all that is. Yeah, so what I tried to do in all of them was first, just if possible, show it, right? I did with a bag, it's easy. Carry, I don't even have to carry, I just mind carrying, right? Pinuch and kasong, those are a bit more difficult, those are clear with examples. Room, pinuch of people, pinuch of ideas, yeah. Right, get up, go to bed early, late, also parts of that you can mime. Get up, go to bed, and stuff like that. Baby, step, and happy are also very easy to mime. And reach, of course, very physical as well, and stars, just with the simple explanation, right? So that's kind of how it works. Of course, except in the room you do it with real words, real English words. But this is how it has to be. Because all these definitions are built from words that they already know. And that's how it works in the book. So yeah, that's what we're going to practice, basically for the remainder of the day. At about 4, Gunik is going to join us, probably with some more tips and tricks. But for now, we'll just, we'll work with, and I'll hand out some extra material, all right? So basically where it continues the same book that you've been using, but this is where it continues. How many did you get last time? Just one? Cheap bastards. Oh, yeah.
Too much.
Right, so one by one, we're going to go up there and try to work with the words that we have. And of course, feel free to take a minute or whatever, compose yourself, understand exactly what you're going to do, and try to keep in mind this stuff. Yeah, first repeat, that is simple. Second part, if you don't have to explain it, don't even, just show it. Yeah, and then give some examples. It's like a 3-step process. For this one, because there are 3 here, that does not mean that you have to give all 3 types of explanation. Yeah, if you can just mind, then you don't need these 2, right? And then the example sentences, where you give like just 2 sentences to show how it looks in a sentence, how it sounds in a sentence, that word, you just use the same sentences that are coming up in the book, basically. Yeah. All right. So who feels?
And in the first sentence you mime, in the second you just repeat without miming, right? Or in both sentences, when you do the new words, you mime it. In the beginning, when you are explaining. I mean,
Yeah, I understand. No, I think you mime it. Yeah, mime it all the time, just to get the meaning across.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Who feels adventurous? And yeah, some of them are easier, some of them are more difficult. And for some of them, maybe the parting gray under the words does not make all that much sense, and then maybe you have a better way to do this, and yeah. Start when you're ready. Now, of course, keep in mind that as you ask the questions, we keep in mind the same stuff, questions twice, and all that jazz. And everything that we've practiced so far.
Okay. This sign is.
Everything begins with repeat.
Oh. So do I have to? Oh, yes. Okay.
Repeat.
Repeat. A sign.
A sign.
Do I have to say repeat for the next word?
No.
A road sign.
A road sign.
Follow.
Follow.
A sign.
Just one's enough.
Okay.
Just unless you hear some egregious mistake like I follow.
Okay.
Not follow.
This sign means peace. This sign means okay. People who can't speak use signs. These signs are for drivers in towns along with roads. We call them road signs.
Okay.
Road signs tell people when to stop or when to go. How to drive, and good drivers follow road signs. To follow
A sign.
a sign means to do what it says. To follow a person means go after him or her.
All right. Okay. Anything you'd like to add? What we could change, or was everything perfect?
I think at first when you started talking about the road signs, I think I wouldn't get it at first.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you should maybe like mind what they look like on the street
Mm-hmm.
and maybe just
And then
show
say
it
road
us
sign?
not like that, but
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
Like
Because you can't really see.
Maybe I would understand the window, you know?
yeah.
Maybe I would understand you were
Mhm.
talking about the window.
Okay.
But you can show us like something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You kind of get it. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you do an example, like a stop sign, for example.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you did follow and that person, you can be 2 persons at once. So I usually do this. To follow a person means to go after, like 2 people.
Ah,
I wasn't even thinking using
Yeah.
that.
I guess it's all about imagination,
you can shower this.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Alright, and now give 2 example sentences with a sign.
And these I just make up.
Yeah, you can, or you can use the ones that are here. For example, you can just pick some sentence. You can say like, I always follow road signs, or actually the one you already did, this sign means okay. Yeah,
Okay, so you just have to pick one.
yeah, just do 2 sentences.
Okay. With not mining, or yeah.
Mine as well.
Okay. Good drivers follow road signs. To follow a sign means to do what it says.
Well, yeah, kind of. To follow a sign means to do, like maybe I do this like a novel, to do what it says.
Okay.
That's kind of good.
Yeah.
All right, do the questions.
What does this sign mean? What does this sign mean? This sign means.
Just keep showing the sign, actually.
Yes. This sign means.
This sign means
okay.
okay.
Do you drive a car? Do you drive a car? Yes.
No.
Oh, yes.
So
or
you
no?
guess so.
Yes. Do you drive a car? Do you drive a car? Yes, no?
Yes,
I drive
I
a car.
drive a car.
Do you think it might be good to... Do you think I might be a good driver? Do you think I might be a good driver?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
you are a...
You might
You might be a good...
a good driver.
A good driver.
A good driver.
Also try to get rid of a.
Okay.
Is there an a good driver? Because then they'll think, oh, this means a, so every time they'll use just a, not like they say this is a table, they'll say this is a table.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay?
Do you always follow road signs?
Okay, but don't do this follow up road signs, because that's not how we follow road signs, right?
Oh, okay. I guess maybe.
Yeah, so yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Or like I do the nodding, we always follow roads like.
Do you always follow road signs? Do you always follow road signs? Yes. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes. I always
I
follow
always follow
road signs.
signs.
Not sides, signs.
Signs.
Honestly.
Will you follow me after the lesson? Will you follow me after the lesson?
No.
No. I won't follow.
I will follow you
after.
after the lesson.
Not after. After
After
the
the
lesson.
lesson.
But I guess that could be a yes no too, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, preferably. Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's try the next one. Mateo, you want to go?
Yeah. Okay. What is Japan mean?
Japan, it's a country.
Yeah, I know. Why is there?
No, it's because it will come up in the questions. But you don't have to
I didn't
include
know
that
that.
into the repeat.
Okay. Okay. Repeat. They.
They.
Sorry?
They. I don't know.
Well, yeah, something. Hey.
Yeah.
And the next word?
Yeah, I'm thinking how to
How to find it?
serve.
Yeah, something like that.
Serve.
Sir.
When we don't know the person who does something, we say they. They make cars in Japan. I don't know which people do this. They make good food in Spain. They drive on the left side of the street in England? They serve food in Chili Pizza. They serve drinks in Red Sun Buffet. They serve coffee in Darnica.
Okay, I think that's kind of clear.
Yeah.
Do I have questions?
Do they make cars in Japan? Do they make cars in Japan? Yes, no?
Yes.
They make cars in Japan. Do they make good cars in Japan? Do they make good cars in
Okay,
Japan?
mine is a little, they make good cars.
Ah, do they make good cars in Japan? Do they make good cars in Japan? Yes, no?
No,
They don't
they
make
don't make
good cars in Japan,
What?
but they make bad cars in Japan.
Try to make it. Remember also, your job is to get the student to speak more.
To speak more and more, yeah.
Or you might, I don't know, maybe want to go, but they make good cars in Sweden.
Okay, yeah. Do they drive on the left side of the street in England? Do they drive on the left side of the street in England? Yes, no? I mean,
Yes.
And for this,
Yes.
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
they drive
They drive
on the left
on the
side
left side
of the street
of the street
in England. Do they serve food in Chili Pizza? Do they serve food in Chili Pizza? Yes, no?
Yes.
They serve food in Chili Pizza. Do they also serve coffee there? Do they also serve coffee there? Yes, no?
Yes.
They
They
also serve coffee there. Do they serve coffee in Darnica? Do they serve coffee in Darnica? Yes, no?
Yes.
They serve
They serve.
coffee in Darnica. Do they provide good service at La Telecom? Do they provide a good service at La Telecom? Yes, no?
Yes.
They provide a good service at La Telecom. Do they sell many things in Rimi? Do they sell many things in Rimi? Yes, no?
Yes.
They sell many things in Rimi.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
good, takes it. Yeah, who's next? Go.
It is.
That's bad intention to me, I'm just scared.
And don't stand behind the glass doors.
Okay, repeat. Change.
Change. Can you mind it right away?
Change.
Yeah, change.
Change.
Basically, yeah, this is my mind for everything that has to do anything with money.
Yeah.
Even like, is the food in shops free? That's how I do. So they know it's not free, like, is the food in cages? But,
So
like, is
can I
the
say
food-
change is small money?
Yes?
Small money.
No, I mean, it's, they get smaller money, but yeah. Like when you do change, it's like small. Yeah, so do it one more time, repeat.
Repeat. Change.
Change.
Change is a small money.
Without the up, small money.
Oh, okay. Change is small money. I always have some change with me because I'm sorry. This.
Yeah, alright. Actually, if you always have change with you, you just show the change.
I just have a quick question. For change, like, because it has another meaning, would they learn that after, or would you not?
Actually, I'm not sure, but I think they know change already, but you're not teaching that change, so you're not touching that change.
Okay.
You're just doing this change.
I always have some change with me because I used to buy coffee and other small things.
Alright.
Do you have any change with you? Do you have any change with you? Yes, no?
Yes.
I have,
I have
some change
some change
with me.
with me.
Do you like having a lot of change? Do you like having a lot of change? Yes, no?
No,
I don't
I
like
don't like
having
having
a lot of
a
change.
lot of change.
Do you give people on the street change if they ask you? Do you give people on the street change if they ask you? Yes, no?
Yes.
I give people change on the street if they ask me. Do you ever find change in public places? Do you ever find change in public places? Yes, no?
Yes.
I often find change
I often find
in public places.
Okay, one other thing, remember yesterday Gunita said about how any question with any is non-specific, right? And it works the same with ever.
Mhm.
If you ask, do you ever find change in public places? The answer cannot be, I often find change. It could only be, it could only be really, I sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it could be often, but the question is, do you ever? So it's yes, I sometimes, or no, I never.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you go with the get, nice one. Take a moment, look at it.
Repeat. Get.
Get.
Oh.
Get. Yeah.
Repeat. Get.
Get.
You get food in the shop. You get food at the shop. When you pay, you get change.
Alright, yeah, well, when you pay, you get change, like that.
Mhm.
Show that it's like two-way street, you pay, you get
Mhm.
change.
When you pay, you get change. You can get coffee in Darnica. When you need an English book, you can ask a teacher and get it from the school. Where can
Okay, so how would you mind get? Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the motion is right, but I want you to clench your fist a bit. Because otherwise it's almost like come,
Mhm.
yeah, but get, that it's something that you, yeah. Alright, that's the questions.
Where can you get food? Where can you get food? I can get food in the shop.
shops.
That's it.
Do you always get? Sorry.
It's already weird.
Do you always?
Alright, step away from it a little.
Do you always get change when you pay at the shop? Do you always get change when you pay at the shop? Yes, no?
Yes.
I always get change when you pay at the shop.
Alright.
Where can you get coffee? Where can you get coffee? I can get coffee
coffee
in
Darnica.
Darnica. How can you get an English book? How can you get an English book? I can get
I can get an
a
English
book from.
from the shop.
Yeah, fine. And I'll do the next question as well, because on the next page.
How often do you get new clothes? Clothes. How often do you get new clothes? How often do you get new clothes?
I get
Sorry. I get new clothes
new clothes
once a month.
once a month.
Alright, thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Who wants to go next? You have to go next.
I don't want to, but I will. Repeat. An education.
And education.
A system.
A system.
Okay, anything we can blind right away?
An education.
That's swimming. This is not, I'm not asking what is the mind, I'm asking do you think there is a mind, right?
Like a book.
Maybe education, something like that. Yeah, maybe, okay. Education.
She's taking something.
Glasses. I think she's video chatting
Yeah.
with Bull. Alright. Or just taking some weird selfies. So, okay. Yeah, maybe there isn't anything you can really mind with education.
I don't
It's
think
just-
there is.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay. People go to college to get.
Like so stupid.
Okay, so one other thing. Try not to draw the intent, because mimes matter, because people pay attention to mimes. If you mime away from the subject, you lead them away from the subject. So if you do like this, they focus more on what is this, not so much that it looks like, a cat, but it could be something about going, maybe,
Yeah.
but this is not actually the thing so much. So yeah, mimes are like a weapon, which can be misused sometimes as well.
People go to college to get an education. College provides an education to their students. I think the public education system in Latvia provides a good education, but some people get their education in private schools.
All right, what do you guys think of this? Can it be improved?
It's difficult words.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I think this is maybe problem.
Yeah.
It does go to.
But I think if we do that so much, then we move away from education and system.
Yeah.
Okay, so something like system is a word that you hear system, and even if you don't know, what's system in Italian?
What?
What's system in Italian?
Sistema.
See, right? It's the same in every language, basically, same as in Latvian. So don't stress about that one so much, but about education maybe. People go to college, and colleges we are by now, people go to college to get another education or something like that. Point to your head or something, I think, rather than go to college, and then why each word separately. Yeah, try it one more time, the definition, and minimize your lines, but do the right things.
Okay. People go to college to get an education.
But again, remind everything but education.
People go to college to get an education. College provides an education to their students. I think the public education system in Latvia provides a good education, but some people get their education in a private school. We are getting education here.
And also because we just did get, and it's still kind of fresh, you can even do get a little bit too. Okay, but now do the questions.
Okay. Why do people go to college? Why do people go to college? People go to college to get an education. Can you get a good education at the University of Latvia? Can you get a good education at the University of Latvia? Yes, no?
Yes.
You can get a good education in the University of Latvia. Is the public education system in Latvia good? Is the public education system in Latvia good? Yes, no?
Yes.
The public education system
Public education system.
in Latvia is good. Is the public education always free? Is the public education always free? Yes, no?
No.
The public education isn't always free. Does the public education system in Latvia provide a good education? Provide a good education. Does the public education system in Latvia provide a good education system? Yes, no?
Yes.
The public education system in Latvia provides a good education. Education. Not service, education.
Okay. Yeah, there's one more, let's pitch.
Oh, yeah. Do all people get their education in public schools? Do all people get their education in public schools? No, all people don't get their education in public schools, but some go to private schools.
To private schools.
All right, yeah, careful with the questions that are about something that is all and then it isn't all. Because then it's, now it's like, all people don't get education, but that's also not true, some actually do. So you should say not all people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stress is on not all people. Yeah. Okay, yeah, thanks, take the seats. Oskar, I think when we were doing the questions, you did not do questions.
I didn't.
Questions,
No.
why?
I don't know, you just skipped me.
Sorry.
In Latin.
In Latin.
I don't know.
Maybe later. I have an idea. When you do it later, do it with the whole repeat and explain it as new work to them too.
Okay,
And they'll have to get what it is and also answer the questions.
alright. Repeat. Allow.
Keeping us in suspense. Repeat. Allow.
I'm just thinking, oh,
Alright, don't overthink this. Yeah.
okay. Health.
Health.
Healthy.
Health.
Health.
Say my maybe.
Like it's an apple. Allow is similar to let. People allow their kids to play outside during the day, but they don't allow it during the night.
Okay, good point here. To allow is kind of hard to mind, but to not allow, is that easier to mind?
Yes. Like, not allow.
Yes.
When your parents don't allow you something, how do they do it? That's exactly, they do it with the finger.
Okay. But they don't allow it during the nighttime. Some people don't allow their dogs.
Maybe even not just this, but like this, right? This is very, I'm not allowing, right?
Some people don't allow their dogs to sleep in the house. People shouldn't allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar.
Sugar. Alright, one thing. Do not mind every single word.
Okay.
Because now that's where you get stuck. Because you're overthinking this. How do I mind sugar? How do I mind day or night? Focus on allow, or rather, when you give these examples on not allow. Because
Okay.
that will explain allow better
Yeah.
than just finding something for allow.
Okay. People shouldn't allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar because it's bad for their health. Doing sports is good for health. People who do sports are healthy.
Alright, now one thing here again, you're focusing too much on how to show sports. Although sport, how is sport in Italian? See, it's the same
Yeah.
method, right? So that's not the word that you will have trouble conveying. Work with health and healthy. Rather.
Do you allow your kids to play outside? Do you allow your kids to play outside? Yes, no?
Yes.
I allow my kids to play outside. Do you allow your kids to use the computer all day? You allow your kids to use the computer all day? Yes, no?
Yes.
I allow my kids to use the computer all day. Do you allow your kids to watch TV all night? Do you allow your kids to watch TV all night? Yes, no?
No?
I don't
Don't
allow my kids to watch TV all night.
Dog?
Oh. Do you allow your dog to sleep in the house? Do you allow your dog to sleep in the house? Yes? No?
No.
I don't allow
I don't.
my dog to sleep in the house. Do Do all people allow their dogs to sleep in the house? Do all people allow their dogs to sleep in the house? Yes, no?
No, not.
Not all people allow their dogs to sleep in the house. Should people allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar? Should people allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar? Yes, no?
No.
People shouldn't allow
Allow.
to eat their kids.
People shouldn't allow their dogs to eat them. Allowed to eat them. What was the normal phrase? The brain is starting to not work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, one more time this.
Should people allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar? Should people allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar? Yes, no?
No.
People shouldn't allow their kids to eat a lot of sugar. Why not? Why not? Yes? I realize that's a question as well. Why not? Because it's bad for their health.
Alright, but we need to mind health somehow. What ideas do you have for health? So like this?
Yeah.
I do something like that too when I do health. Bad for my health. It's something else. I don't know why this is only health, but yeah, like.
What made you help?
I don't know why I do this,
Yeah.
but it's something here. Health is somewhere here.
Yeah.
Where is the health? I think it's somewhere here.
Are you a healthy person? Are you a healthy person? Yes? No?
Whoa, too soon. Too soon, my friend.
Okay. Are you a healthy person? Are you a healthy person? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes? I am a healthy person. Is it healthy to work 7 days a week? Is it healthy to work 7 days a week? Yes? No?
Yes.
It's healthy
It's
to
healthy.
work 7 days a week. Do you do a lot of sports? Do you do a lot of sports? Yes? No?
Yes.
I do a lot of sports. Do you like doing sports? Do you like doing sports? Yes? No?
Yes.
I like
I like
doing
doing
sports.
Okay, thanks. Take a seat. Well,
This is nothing. Repeat. Wait in line.
wait in line.
When we go to the shop, when there are many people before us and we want to pay, we must wait in line.
Alright, what would you do with wait in line?
Maybe show that there's someone behind.
Like something, yeah?
Wait in line.
Wait in line.
Alright,
Yeah? Okay. Do you often have to wait in line? Do you often have to wait in line? Yes?
No.
I don't often have to wait in line.
Okay, do this one more time.
Do you often have to wait in line? Do you often have to wait in line? Yes? No?
No.
I don't often have to wait in line. Do you like waiting in line? Do you like waiting in line? Yes? No?
Alright, so pick a person and then do yes, no, and yes,
Yes.
then. Sure. I always forget about it.
Do you like waiting in line? Do you like waiting in line?
Mine, some of it? Okay, I
Okay,
guess. Do you like waiting in line?
Okay. Do you like waiting in line? Do you like waiting in line? Yes? No?
No, I don't like
Waiting in line.
waiting in line.
Do you ever talk to people while you're waiting in line? Do you ever talk to people while you're waiting in line? Yes, no.
Yes.
I like.
Sometimes.
I sometimes
Sometimes
talk to people
talk to people
around me
around me
while I'm waiting in line.
while I'm waiting.
Do you ever talk on your phone while you wait in line? Do you ever talk on your phone while you wait in the line? Yes, no.
Yes.
I sometimes talk on
I
the phone
sometimes talk on the phone
while I wait.
while I wait in line.
Okay, try the next one as well.
Okay. Repeat. Even. So 2 plus 2 is so easy that even a child knows it.
Okay, now that's the sentence. Now we have to try to find a way to put some emotion into the sentence. So the student will understand what that even is. This is one of the most difficult words in my experience. to
Okay.
explain.
Let's print so 2 plus 2 evens 4.
No, that's not that even, right? It's a different even. It's like something is so something that even something.
Ah.
Yeah, what do you think about this one?
2 plus 2 is so easy that even children.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, so what I do is I like separate the word even from the other words. 2 plus 2 is easy. It is so easy that even children know it. That this even is like, oh, it's something egregious or something, yeah? Even this, even that.
2 plus 2 is so easy that even a child knows it. This room is so big that even 15 people can sit here. Latvia is so small that
Even I don't know where
that
it
even
is.
I don't know what it is. Latvia is so small that even I don't know where it is. I don't know what even else besides even.
Okay. No, I mean, like if you do it like this, then yeah, it's kind of it's actually like it's so small. And even you, the person who lives here, don't know where it is. That could convey the message. Yeah, it doesn't have to be true. All right, try the questions.
Yeah. Is 2 plus 2 so easy that even a child knows it? No, it. Is 2 plus 2 so easy that even children know it?
You make sure you ask the same
Yeah.
question both times.
Yes. Is 2 plus 2 so easy that even children know it? Is 2 plus 2 so easy that even children know it? Yes, no.
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is so easy
So easy.
that even children know it. Is this room so big that even 15 people can sit here? Is this room so big that even 15 people can sit here? Yes?
Yes.
This room is big.
Big. So big.
This room is so big that even 15 people can sit here. Are some so healthy that they don't even drink coffee? Are some people so healthy that they don't even drink coffee? Sorry, I'll read that again.
All right.
Yes. But in this one I should offer yes and no both. Yes.
No, I think just yes.
Okay.
Because it's true, some people are so healthy that they don't even drink coffee.
Are some people so healthy that they don't even drink coffee? Are some people so healthy that they don't even drink coffee? Yes?
Yes.
Some people are so healthy that they don't even drink coffee. Are some shops open so long that you can't even go there at night? I don't know why it's so difficult to read such a long sentence and to make it transfer understandably.
It is.
Are some shops open so long that you can even go there at night? Are some shops open so long that you can even go there at night? Yes?
Yes.
Some shops are open so long
So long.
that you can even go there at night.
At night.
Yeah, thanks. All right, everybody's been up there so far, yeah. All right, let's do that thing with questions. Could you do those?
Yeah.
And I guess you just have them because we know the language.
Atkārtojiet.
And that means repeat.
Augsti.
Augsti.
Ārā.
Ārā.
Pildspalva.
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 Kad ārā ir sniegs, ir augsti. Kad es rakstu, es izmantoju pildspalvu. Vai šodien ārā ir augsti?
Twice?
Yeah. It's difficult now.
First of all, let's pause for a second. Do you understand the words? Some, maybe?
No.
Maybe one, maybe two? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then ask the questions and then I
Can I do it again? I don't think they got the words.
That's okay. That's all right. That might happen.
Okay.
It's totally possible that everybody will not always get the words. That's fine.
Okay. Vai šodien ārā ir augsti? Vai šodien ārā ir augsti? Jā? Nē?
Jā.
Jā, šodien ir
Šodien ir
augsti.
augsti.
Ārā.
Ārā.
Vai šī ir pildspalva? Vai šī ir pildspalva? Yes? No?
Yeah?
Jā? Nē? Šī ir,
Yeah.
šī ir pildspalva.
Pildspalva.
Okay. I had a different question, but now it's like write the words and everything else, so it's only two that fits.
Okay, do some more questions that are not Pildspalva, but more with Ara and Alex.
Okay.
You don't have to be the same question.
Okay. Kad jūs ejat peldēt, vai ūdens ir augsts? Kad jūs ejat peldēt, vai ūdens ir augsts? Jā? Nē?
Nē.
Kad es eju peldēt,
They say peldēt.
ūdens
Ūdens.
nav augsts.
Nav augsts.
Okay.
Okay, let me say, one thing I love about this, you are now speaking so clearly. They are not making any mistakes. They are sounding like proper Latvians. And when you do English, you're just inside your, I don't know, your head too much. This is the clarity with which I want you to speak English.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Any ideas what those words were?
So the words are augsti.
Swimming, yeah.
Oh, yeah, cold and outside.
Yeah, that's ārā, outside.
There you go. That's great.
And pildspalva.
Pen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Easy. This is the job. It's easy. All right. Yeah, let's continue with the book. Go ahead. Not the other side. Just go like that.
So, repeat. Anyone.
What? That sounded like no one. Yes.
I doesn't mean no one?
Yeah? No, not necessarily.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, like,
I thought it's like a synonym to no one.
well, no, you can't say there is anyone sitting there.
Okay. You see, I'm learning English. So anyone means like someone.
More like some, it's like not someone or no one. It's like,
Okay.
It's like ever in a question.
Okay. So, anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Repeat. Repeat. Anyone.
Anyone.
Someone.
Someone.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Anyone and someone are the same as anybody and somebody.
I should clarify here, at this point, they do know somebody and anybody. They just didn't know that you could also say anyone and someone.
Me too. Okay, maybe I can do. Anyone and someone are the same.
Well, not exactly, you can't say that either. Because anyone could be anyone, but someone is
Okay.
somewhat specific. So for this one, don't worry so much about explaining what the difference between anyone and someone is, because they know it from stage one when they do, are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some books on the
Okay.
table. Like that.
So anyone and someone are the same as anybody and somebody. You can say there is somebody behind the door. There is someone behind the door. Everybody and everyone means all people. Everybody in this room speaks English. Everyone drives on the left side of the street in England. We say everybody and everyone about people, but for things, we use everything. Is there anyone in this room? Is there anyone in this room? Yes, no?
Yes.
There is.
Give just yes, yeah.
Okay. Yes, there is someone
someone
in this room.
in this room.
Do you think anyone standing behind the door? Do you think anyone standing behind the door? Yes, no?
Yes.
I think someone
I think someone
is standing
is
behind the door. Does everybody in this room speak English? Does everybody in this room speak English? Yes, no?
Yes.
Everybody in this room speaks English. Can everyone in Latvia speak English? Can everyone in Latvia speak English? Yes, no?
No.
Not everyone in Latvia.
Latvia.
Not everybody, everyone
Not everyone
in Latvia can speak English. Do you have everything you need for this lesson? Do you have everything you need for this lesson? Yes, no?
No.
I don't have everything I need for this lesson. Do you listen to everything I say? Do you listen to everything I say? Yes, no?
No.
I don't listen to everything you say. Do kids listen to everything their parents say? Do kids listen to everything their parents say? Yes, no?
No.
Kids
Kids
don't listen
Don't
to everything their parents say.
Their parents say.
Do you believe everything they say on the news? Do you believe everything they say on the news? Yes, no?
No.
I don't believe
I don't believe
everything they say.
everything say.
Not say they say
They say
on the news.
on the news.
Do you believe everything you read on the internet? Do you believe everything you read on the internet? Yes, no?
No.
I don't
I
believe
don't believe
everything
everything.
I read on the internet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Sam?
Repeat. The only.
The only.
Do you mind that right away?
Hmm?
Do you mind that right away?
Like the only, like as I'm saying it.
Yeah, as you're saying it, but what's a good line?
Yeah. There are 8 people in this room, but I'm the only one who's standing. Am I the only teacher in this room? Am I the only teacher in this room? Yes.
Yes.
You are the only teacher in this room.
Okay, one good thing here is, because that will be your first question, am I the only teacher in this room? You could also give that as an example. There are 8 people in this room, but I am the only teacher. And then, am I the only teacher in this room? Because the idea is, as much as possible, it isn't always possible, as much as possible is that you, when you finish the example sentence, you start off with the same sentence. Yeah, like if you, for example, if you said, am I, as an example, you say, but I am the only one who is standing, you could ask, am I the only one who is standing? So it's right there, right? Just what you just heard.
Okay.
So you can, that's why I said like, and also later we will add another skill of adding questions. But yeah, even in this, like this, you could just finish with the explanation and then start the first question, this, the last thing that you said.
Okay. And so, like, are these the explanations? If you said we don't have to go exactly by what this is, so
Yeah.
I could say I'm the only teacher in this
Yeah.
room, and then I can just start off with that question.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the only teacher in this room? Am I the only teacher in this room? Yes or no?
Yes.
I am. You are the only teacher in this room. Are you the only student in this school? Are you the only student in this school? Yes, no.
No.
No,
I'm
you
not.
are not. I'm not the only student in this room. Are you the only one here? Are you the only one here?
No.
No, I'm not the only one here.
What?
But
But
I have many
many
colleagues. I don't think they.
Friend, colleague, or whatever. No, that's okay.
Are you the only one who studies English in your family? Are you the only one who studies English in your family?
No.
No, I am not the
I'm not
only one
the only
who
one
studies
who
English
studies English
in my
in
family.
my family.
Were you the only child in your family? Were you the only child in your family?
And one thing that we do for everything that is in past, such as were you the only child, I always point to the past, like what's behind us, it's the past. Yeah? Were you the only child? Like, were you the only child in your family? Because otherwise they might think, do I have one child, or am I a child? I'm not a child, you know.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Were you the only child in your family? Were you the only child in your family? Yes, no?
No.
I
What?
am not.
I wasn't. What's the question? Were you?
Were you? Yes, I was.
No, I wasn't.
Or was, okay, yeah, sorry. Were you the only child in your family? Were you the only child in your family?
No.
Yes, no? No? No, I wasn't the only child in my family.
What?
But
But
my parents
my parents
also have
also have
one
one.
child.
Like
Other
another child. Another child who I don't know. Never met that person. Yes, all right. Yeah, next please.
Okay. Repeat. Others.
Others.
That's
Others are other people. I like talking to others. Good people often help others. Do you ever help others? Do you ever help others? Yes, no?
Yes.
I often...
Sometimes again, better.
No, it's not.
Well, it says often, but it's better.
Okay. I sometimes
Sometimes.
help others. Do you like talking to others? Do you like Do you like talking to others? Yes, no?
Yes.
I like
like
talking to others. Would you like to know what others think about you? Would you like to know what others think about you? Yes, no?
Yes.
I would like to know what other thinks about me.
Yeah, are you happy as a teacher with that
No.
student's answer? Make sure, fix it, fix it.
It's a good time
You're not gonna fix it.
I think
you're
on
gonna-
my phone.
So,
I don't remember you said no, yes.
Next thing I have to go
Just do it one more time.
So would you like to know what others think about you?
Yes.
I would like to
I
know
would like to know
what others think about me.
what others think about me.
Okay, that was a very large chunk. You were lucky that she knows English. She actually knows English so well that she's applying for a job to teach it. So that was good this time. But the student might not be able to take such a large chunk and swallow. So give up more like 3 words.
Do you often talk to others about your health? Do you often talk to others about your health? Yes, no?
No.
I don't often talk to others about my health.
Yeah, do the next batch as well. Take a look at it, figure it out. and then-
Okay, repeat. In 2 hours.
In 2 hours.
Within 2 hours.
Within 2 hours.
Well,
I don't know how to time in 2 hours.
don't mind it. Just give an example. What time is it now? And in 2 hours it will be.
What time is it now?
Well, no, you do it.
I don't understand.
You don't understand time.
Yes.
It's 20 to 3.
Just say free and 2 hours is fine.
You can do like 2. You grew up with digital clocks on it. You can't tell. So let's say it's 2:30. In 2 hours it will be 4:30.
It's 2 half.
2 halves.
It's 2:30. In 2 hours, it will be 4:30. When I say within 2 hours, it means any time between now and 4:30.
Okay, that's very quick though. You should make it a little slower and emphasizing the right parts. Any ideas? What we could do? Well, apart from just being a little slower.
Yeah, I was also thinking the same.
Something like that.
Like
Anytime,
this and like.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point actually. So because you have 2 time brackets. One is where we are, and one is 2 hours from now. Let's say it is 2:30. In 2 hours, it will be 4:30. And give an example right away. I will go home in 2 hours. It means I will go home at 4:30. And then within 2 hours means any time from now to 4:30. And show that it's that time, not that time when it's in 2 hours, but the time in the middle, within 2 hours. So, yeah. Let's try again.
Okay. Now it's 2:30. But in 2 hours, it will be 4:30.
Can you see your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. No? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about it. I will go home in 2 hours. It means I will go home at 4:30. When I say within 2 hours,
Oh, sorry, one more thing I didn't say, because we are Yeah, that's actually very good.
Like every section of those two.
I don't know where I will be in 5 years, but I know I want to go to Spain within 5 years.
Okay, but again, use the same thing. I don't know where I'll be in 5 years, but I know I want to go to Spain within 5 years.
I don't know where I will be in 5 years, but I know I want to go to Spain within 5 years. Where will you be in 2 hours? Where will you be in 2 hours? I will be at home
At home.
in 2
In
hours.
2 hours.
What will you do in 2 hours? What will you do in 2 hours? I will
I will
do
do
my homework in 2 hours.
Okay, right, well.
Will you be here in 2 days? Will you be here in 2 days? Yes, no?
Yes.
I will be
I
here.
will be here
in 2 days.
in 2 days.
How many times will you come here within this week? How many times will you
Don't do
come?
this week, but within a week. Because we need
Uh-huh.
within a week as a time limit.
Okay. How many times will you come here within a week? How many times will you come here within a week?
I
I
will.
I
will.
will come here.
I will come here.
Wait. Again, it's always between you two.
It's too
One
fast.
more time. And ask him again.
Okay. How many times will you come here within a week? How many times will you come here within a week? I will
I
come
will
here
come here 2 times
within a week.
in a week.
Yeah, that's how you go. Even if he goes ahead, you go not from, okay, I have to say that too. You don't. You just go further. Within a week. Finish it. Yeah.
How many times will you be here within a month? How many times will you be here within a month? I will be here
2 times.
within a month. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Uh,
What do you want?
yes. What do you want to do within a What do you want to do without 5?
Within. Not without.
What do you want to do within 5 years? What do you want to do within 5 years?
You're choosing too early though. One more time. You know, within 5 years.
Okay. What do you want to do within 5 years? What do you want to do within 5 years?
I want to.
I want to become an actor within 5 years.
Within 5 years.
That's good. Become a movie mentor.
Will there be changes in your life within 5 years? Will there be changes in your life within 5 years?
Too soon. You're pointing too soon. Will there be changes in your life within 5 years? Yes, no. Yeah.
Will there be changes in your life within 5 years? Will there be changes in your life within 5 years?
Yes, no.
Yes, no?
Yes.
There will be changes in my life
In my life.
within 5 years.
Not within my life, in my life. Right? Okay, continue.
Will we leave this room in 2 hours? Will we leave this room in 2 hours? Yes, no?
No.
We will not
we will
leave
not
this
leave
room in 2
2
hours. Bless you.
Yeah, contract this one, but we won't leave this one. Yeah? Not will, not won't.
Mhm.
One more time, this question, please.
Will we leave this room in 2 hours? Will we leave this room in 2 hours? Yes, no?
Yes.
We will
We will
leave this room in 2 hours.
Will we?
Will we leave this room within 2 hours? Will we leave this room within 2 hours? Yes, no?
Yes.
We will leave this room
We will leave this room
within 2 hours.
2 hours.
Right, thank you, Victoria. Next, please. Show us the business.
Get it done.
Repeat. Business.
Business.
You can say a company, you can say a business. start a business. For example, open a shop. If they want more money, there is a difference.
It's like if they want more money, actually, I'm not gonna tell you. Figure it out yourself.
There are different kinds of businesses. Music business, show business, computer business, car business. Do you have your own business? Do you have your own business? Yes or no?
No.
I don't have
I
my
have
own
my
business.
own business.
Not business, business.
Business.
Would you like to start a business? Would you like to start a business? Yes,
Yes,
no?
Yes,
I would like to start
I
a
would like
business.
to start
A business.
business.
Okay, yeah, so that's another thing. Listen and anticipate article mistakes. That is, do not use articles. They have, yeah. So if they say, what is the question? I wouldn't like to start a business, not just business.
Mhm.
Alright, continue.
Do you think a family business is a good idea? Do you think a family business is a good idea? Yes, no?
Yes.
I think a family business is a good idea. Would you like to work in show business? Would you like to work in show business?
That's great.
Yes, no?
Yes.
I would like to work in show business. Do you think working in a music business is easy? Do you think working in a music business is easy? Yes, no?
No,
I don't think
I don't think
working in a music business
working in a music
Is
business
easy.
is easy.
but I think it's hard.
I think it's hard.
Do you have any good business ideas? Do you have any good business ideas? Yes,
Yes.
no? Yeah, I have
I have
some good
some
business
good
ideas.
businesses.
Yeah. Alright, that's good. But when you do this all the time, with each answer, it sounds a little, it looks a little bit like you're angry, like you're scolding. Try not to do that. And, yeah, thanks. Next, please. Show us something else, please.
Repeat. Else.
Else.
I have some change here. I also have a pen and I have something else. I have a phone. There are 8 students in this room. And there is somebody else sitting there, but they are not here.
What do you mean? There's somebody else sitting there and they're not here? Are you crazy?
There is somebody else supposed to be sitting there, but they are not here. Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? Yes? No?
Yes, I have a pen.
Okay.
Now let's see.
Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, how come?
Let me do it again.
Struggling, man.
No, because I was gonna show with someone else, but then I realized they're the same person.
Yeah, maybe we should do the same person.
It should be the same person.
Okay. Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen?
Choose a different
Yes?
person.
No. Okay. Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen?
What's an A?
Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? Yes? No?
No.
I don't have a pen. But now it doesn't make sense.
It still makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you not have anything else?
I don't understand this.
Okay.
Williams.
Maybe that's.
Sorry, she doesn't have a pen. Yeah,
Okay.
somebody else. Somebody else probably has a pen.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen? Do you have a pen? Yes? No?
Yes, I
have a pen. Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have something else.
I
I have
a book.
a book. Yes,
A book.
a book. Is anybody else here? Is anybody else
Okay,
here?
that's a mark from who? Start with that question. Are you here?
Okay. Are you here? Are you here?
Yes, I'm
Yes? No?
Why are you gonna give that number? It's just there.
Because
Yes, I am here.
I'm here.
Is there anybody else here? Is there anybody else here?
No.
No, there is nobody else.
There's somebody else here.
You're losing control of the room.
What's your address?
Wait. So we have to prevent these mistakes, right? Maybe she just still like didn't get what else is. Maybe else
Okay,
means
then
something
I
else.
don't ask yes or no. There is.
Yeah, just do the.
Okay. Is anybody else here? Is anybody else here? Yes?
Yes.
Somebody else?
Somebody
Else
else
is here.
here
Not here, is here.
is here.
What is your address? What is your address? My address is.
Raidas Desmet.
Okay. Does anybody else live there? Does anybody else live there? Do you live there?
You must ask me. They cannot know.
What is a question for somebody else? Like
No,
everyone else.
Ask.
Okay, does anybody else live there? Yes, somebody else lives there.
Lives there.
My
My girlfriend
lives there.
lives there.
What will you do after this lesson? What will you do after this lesson? I
Why
will.
you pick so early? Do not pick so early.
Okay. What will you do after this lesson? What will you do after this lesson? I will
I will go home
go home after
after
this lesson. Will you do anything else? Will you do anything else? I will
Yes, I will
do something else. I'll
I'll
what?
go
Go
to eat.
eat.
Okay, yeah, do the next part as well, please.
Okay. Repeat. Better than.
Better than.
I drink tea with sugar. Tea without sugar is okay, but I think tea with sugar is better than without.
Alright, what do we do with better then?
I drink tea with sugar.
Better.
I think sugar is better.
That's the one, because you got two things. One, and the other one is better. If it's just, this is good or best or whatever,
Yeah.
but this is better. It's better.
Okay. So I drink tea with sugar. It's okay, but tea. Okay.
Don't overthink this. What kind of tea do you drink? Whatever, if you don't want this example, use a different example.
Okay, I'll just use this one. I drink tea with sugar. Tea without sugar is okay, but tea with sugar is better than without. I speak Spanish well, but I speak English better than Spanish.
So when you speak about Spanish, you can say, I speak Spanish well, but I speak English better. Show the relationship between the two.
Okay. Do you drink tea with sugar?
Do the one
Okay.
more time, the next question.
So the Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. I speak Spanish well, but I speak English even better than Spanish. Do you drink tea with sugar? Do you drink tea with sugar? Yes? No?
No.
I don't drink tea with sugar. Is tea with sugar better than tea without sugar? Is tea with sugar better than tea without sugar? Yes? No?
No.
Tea with sugar
Tea with
Tea with
Not
sugar.
with sugar
With sugar
isn't better
isn't better.
than tea without
Tea
sugar.
without sugar.
Is coffee with milk better than coffee without milk? Is coffee with milk better than coffee without milk? Yes? No?
No. Coffee
Coffee isn't better
isn't better
with milk
than
than without milk.
without.
Do you speak Latvian better than English?
Keep on me.
Okay.
You speak Latvian better than English.
Do you speak Latvian better than English? Do you speak Latvian better than English? Yes? No?
No.
I don't speak Latvian better than English.
What?
But I speak English
But I
better.
speak English better.
Do you, this Friday,
Sorry? You this Friday?
do you think Fridays at work are better than Mondays?
Keep on me. Do you think Fridays at work are better than Mondays?
Okay. Do you think Fridays at work are better than Mondays? Do you think Fridays at work are better than Mondays? Yes? No?
Yes, I think.
I think Fridays at work
are
better than Mondays. Do you think it's better to live in Latvia or in US? Do you think it's better to live in Latvia or in the USA? Do you think it's better to live in Latvia or in the USA? I think it's better to live in
Latvia.
what?
Sorry. It's the guns. Funny thing happened.
Do you think my pen is better than your pen? Do you think my pen is better than your pen?
Do you think my pen is better than your pen?
Okay.
Compare the two.
Do you think my pen is better than your pen? Do you think my pen is better than your pen? Yes? No?
No,
I don't
I
think
don't think
your pen
your pen
is better
is
than my
better
pen.
than mine.
Alright, thanks. Alright.
I'm breaking my promise. I am back.
Yeah, we have one more, and then we were going to take 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah? Alright, go ahead. No pressure now, right?
Just about say that.
So, should we Okay, repeat. Shouldn't, mustn't.
Take a look at that.
Yeah.
You just started new work and you each have a chunk.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we use the word shouldn't when we think that it's better to not do something. Students shouldn't come to the lessons after it starts, but they can do that if they need. We use the word mustn't when we know something is a very bad idea or it's against the law. People mustn't take somebody else's things.
Alright, and so what I want you to do is maybe show a little bit more the difference between shouldn't and mustn't. But one is, shouldn't I do this for shouldn't? Like,
That's
not so good? Yeah, like
version
softer.
of
Mustn't,
mustn't, like-
mustn't, I make like a serious face.
No. Okay. We use the word shouldn't when we think it's better not to do something, students shouldn't come to the lessons after it starts, but they can do it if they need. We use the word mustn't when we know something is a very bad idea or is against the law. People mustn't take somebody else's things. Should students come to the lesson after it starts? Should students come to the lesson after it starts? No.
No.
Students shouldn't come to the lesson after it starts. But can they do that if they need? But can they do that if they need? Yes,
Yes.
they can do that
And do that.
if they need. Should people drink coffee in the evening? Should people drink coffee in the evening? Yes, no.
Yes.
People should drink coffee in the evening.
Okay, I advise for this that you only give yes.
Yes.
Or only give no. So that's fine. Do the same question one more time, but only give no.
But only with a no.
Well, yeah, because people shouldn't drink coffee in the evening, right? Like, okay, maybe we think otherwise, but like that's
Okay.
that will not, to convey should or shouldn't better.
Yeah,
This will
makes sense.
better.
Should people drink coffee in the evening? Should people drink coffee in the evening? No.
No.
People shouldn't
Shouldn't
drink coffee
drink
in
coffee
the evening.
in the evening.
But can they do that if they have to work at night? But can they do that if they have to work at night? Yes,
Yes,
they can do that if they have
to work.
to work at night. Yes.
Alright, pause. Raise your hands who had a question from Laura. Where are you? What?
What?
You didn't.
I didn't understand.
Ah, so I'm telling her, everybody's learning. When you distribute your questions, watch out. That has to be distributed evenly. Because sometimes, I have a question. Do you have any idea who gets the most questions?
Person that doesn't understand the most.
Mm-mm.
Everyone gets the same then.
Mm-mm.
Who answers better?
Say again?
Who answers the better, the best?
Very close. Almost like, what else? What have you seen,
I
Chris?
don't know, I'm just thinking about it.
Right now?
Generally.
Oh, the best speaking person. Because in the Spanish lessons, it's always you. Because you can show everyone how it's supposed to be.
Alright, it has to, like, how can you tell who's best speaking?
By asking everyone questions first.
Okay, third part. Okay. What we have seen is those who have eye contact, direct eye contact, get the most questions. Those who smile, and those who are engaged. And it also includes the confidence that comes with, like, I know that. So as a teacher, you're like, okay, evenly. And usually the side people get the most questions.
It's like
So
Yeah,
that's
I
you.
get surprisingly few. I was sitting in the right place.
This is the beware zone. I'm smiling like crazy. I get none. Talk to you in the evening. Oh, I'm kidding. But yes. So what we can learn is
You'll be sleeping
distribute
outside.
evenly. And did you show this? Like.
For when they are too deep in their books?
Uh-huh.
No, it didn't come up.
Yeah. Okay. If that happens, we'll show you a trick.
Okay.
Should we speak Latvian during the lessons? Soon?
Lessons, don't worry about that.
Should we speak Latvian during the lessons? Yes.
No.
No. We shouldn't speak Latvian during the lessons. Can people take somebody else's things if they don't allow it? Can people take somebody else's things if they don't allow it?
Yes?
Yes. No.
Yes. Because the wishes can.
Yes, no, that's what I thought. Can people take somebody else's things if they don't allow it? Can people take somebody else's things if they don't allow it?
Like, do it again. You can do at least 2 mimes. So if you are like, si puedo trabajar con mi calado, then at least you mime and it helps us.
Okay.
You can mime take, you can, what else can you mime?
Allow.
How do you mime that? Go, yes. No problem, you're welcome. And what else can you mime?
Somebody else. Things.
How would you mime that?
Like,
Somebody else. Yeah, somebody else, like the third person somewhere behind the door. What else can you mime? We're just brainstorming, but this will help Laura.
Things maybe
Yeah.
for a pen or something.
Yeah, like that. Okay, what else, Christopher?
Well, you could mind people, but I don't think you need to mind
Yes.
everything.
That's very smart. How about if they don't allow? What was the end of the question?
Don't allow.
Okay, how do you mime don't allow?
Or
Look at you.
We can discuss this.
yeah, like
She will be impressed.
okay. Can you take somebody else's things if they don't allow it? Can you take somebody else's things if they don't allow it? Yes. People.
Yes, people.
Yes, people can take somebody else's things
Somebody else thing.
if they don't allow it,
They don't allow.
but they
They
mustn't
must
do that.
do it.
Okay, so you need to be more expressive with this. They mustn't, like, show that this is like this is, you must.
No. They mustn't do that. Okay. Can people write on the walls of the buildings? Can
Do it again. You can mime it. How do you write
Okay.
on the walls?
Okay, and
Where are you, creative people?
Can-
You've done it. I know.
okay, I don't. I just have to think. Can people write on the walls of the buildings?
Right is enough already.
More
Yeah, it was good.
pushing.
Yeah, it was good enough.
Can people write on the walls of the buildings? Can people write on the walls of the buildings? Yes.
Alright. Annoying orange, I know. Do it again, mime on the first, we talked about it last time.
So
Mime on the first, don't
become.
become na. Well, I'm exaggerating, but we talked about mime on the first and watch out your voice, it shouldn't go up. Because if you teach like that for 40 minutes, you become very annoying to your students. It's like, do you want pizza? Do you want pizza? Are you here? Are you here? So it's sweet all the time. So, mime on the first. Let's do it again. Just on the first.
Can people write on a building? Can people write on the walls of the buildings? Can people write on the walls of the buildings? Yes.
Yes.
People can
People
write
can write on the walls.
on the walls of the
of the
buildings,
buildings.
but they mustn't
But they must
do that.
do it.
Okay. Can children drive cars? Can children drive cars? Yes.
No.
Well, physically they can.
Don't get into a discussion, Laura.
I think most of the children, some children can drive cars, but they mustn't do that.
So, then this is how you can do it. You have, yes they can. Actually, well, they can, but they mustn't. So your intonation has to change. It's like, can you kiss me?
I can kiss you.
I can, but, right? So there's a difference between, yes, they can, and this is how you mime it. You are the one that says, well, yes, they can, but they mustn't. So it's 2 parts. The first one is like, yes, they can. You're feeding with emotion. You're feeding words with emotion.